Hey everybody, John Imkin here. Good morning, greetings. Actually, good afternoon. Located here in downtown Columbus, Ohio. I like weather like this. This is pretty cool. It's almost like wearing a pair of sunglasses, right? A couple of days ago, weren't we? I think Wednesday. From here to La Crosse is 635 miles. Now here's a topic that's a little bit sensitive to a few or many people, but the reason and the purpose of this topic that I'm about to discuss is purely on my ignorance and the ramification of that ignorance, things that I don't even think about, and I think a lot of people probably fall into that category. Now this is not the subject of, well, this is not, the subject is not intended to argument of whether you're for it or not, or you're against it or what. It just things that we take for granted and we don't even think about it. Recently, what's been buzzing around the internet is the transgender bathroom issues. Again, this is not intended to which side you're on and whether it should be or not. This is completely not about that. Okay. One of the purpose of this is what's seemingly as a black and white issue. It really isn't. I didn't even think about it until recently somebody kind of shed the light on it. Now legally, what Obama is trying to do is try to change the definition of a male or female. It's like maybe they're possibly going into, it doesn't matter anymore whether you're born female or born male, it's what you identify with. And is it possible that someday in a birth certificate of children where the box says male or female, that will not even exist anymore? Kind of like one size fits all, or it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. Someday maybe it's even illegal to, or, you know, what would be not illegal, but I don't know. In inappropriate maybe to check if you're a male or female, just like what they're trying to do now, that you can't say mom and dad in a certain school because you're going to alienate the children that don't have parents. They don't want to hurt their feelings. You know, we're moving in that kind of a direction thing. But anyway, back to the topic. What seemingly as a black and white, you know, just let people use the bathroom wherever they want to go. Okay, whatever. Of course, I have my stand on that, but I'm not going to get into that one. But the side effect that, here's the ignorance of my part that I never thought about. Somebody pointed out that someday, what if somebody says, well, you know what, I'm going to join the girls' basketball because, well, I feel like a girl. I'm 6'5" or 7 feet tall. I want to join the women's basketball. And maybe that guy would have some kind of a legal standing to say, hey, since gender doesn't matter anymore, you're going to, you know, you can't disqualify me to joining the women's team or vice versa. Actually, yeah, that's only one way, isn't it? I mean, women can do all kinds of men basketball or sports. I don't think there's a rule against that, right? As far as I know, I don't know. I don't know. Good question is, why isn't there any women on the NBA team? Is it because they're not allowed, or just because they can't compete the size of most NBA players? Yep. Why isn't there any women in football? Why is it that in sports, many in sports, professional sports, it's always male against male and female against female? Why isn't there a co-ed soccer team or co-ed whatever? I have never asked that question before. I have never pondered the idea of, I don't know, just never crossed my mind. But why that is? Why is it that there are no women in basketball, you know, in NBA? Now, I know there are women basketball, but never seems to have a co-ed team. I'm sure it's allowed, you know. So anyway, what if a guy says, you know, I feel like a woman today, I'm going to join the women's basketball and use his height and his build as an advantage and say, you can't discriminate because I'm a male. The whole point of my issue is there's a lot of things that seem like black and white, but the ramification of it is almost we don't even think about. Obama's push to eliminate or to, I don't know, to make the gender you were born not an issue anymore. What are the things that can affect that in the future that we don't even think about? I'm not talking about the bathroom issues here. That's a totally different discussion, totally different topic. I'm just merely stating the unknown effect of that law. One of the things that's happening right now is, even though some of the schools are opting out about the transgender bathroom law, they think we don't have to participate. What's been happening is, alright, well, you can opt out, but we're not going to supply you with the federal grant or millions of dollars that you get every year. So a lot of people, a lot of schools are having to, I guess we have no choice but to bow down, because if they don't, the government's not going to give them the money to operate the school. But again, the really main issue is, what kind of problems or issues are going to create because of this new law? I just saw a Lamborghini. I wonder if when Obama created this law, I wonder if they thought far ahead of the consequences of that in the future. Or maybe that's what the whole point is. Who knows, right? Again, that's just the issue here is my ignorance in the things that it never crossed my mind, and I would imagine there are few people out there that would fall into that category of, you know what, I never even thought about that. And that's all I got. Have a good and godly day, everybody. Peace.